Several parts of the capital, Accra, were submerged during a downpour on Monday, May 6. The downpour, which began around 8 a.m., lasted for about an hour, causing flooding in several areas such as Pukwase, Ofanko, Achimota, Odona, Tesano, Alaju, among others. A motor rider was also rushed to the hospital after a huge tree fell on him during the heavy rains. Our reporters were on the ground and have filed these reports.
At Kaneshie, which is within the Ablekuma, I think, central constituency. And what I can report is that the water has subsided, and the people here, mainly traders and some residents, are going about their duties. It is worth putting on record that I reported from this particular location some 3 years ago. And the drains we see here was the issue the people raised concerns about. And the drain is still of the same size, carrying a large volume of water anytime there is a downpour. And the people here say that they basically believe that when this particular drain is expanded or the engineering work on this particular drain is redone, they believe that they will not see water entering into their premises. We have the pastor here who spoke to me some 2 years ago. I believe he still has some concerns to share with us.
All that we could see is that because of the building structures that are raised up, when water comes from the top, it flushes out. But certain new development has come and people have raised up stores. So the water doesn't go, the gutter doesn't go, the ends here. So when it ends to the gutter, it pumps back. Then this side too, it pumps back. Then it gets to the area, flood everybody. If the political will happen, they can come and we discuss and they will see what to do. The gutter should go through Atu Obusokai. It will help us.
Literally, most of their musical equipments have gotten destroyed, and as a matter of fact, they are hoping to get some money to bring these things to have a service probably this weekend. Now, what we see is that the small girl with her mother are trying as much as possible to scoop water out of their room so they can gain access to their room and then sleep. And they are busily doing this for the past, some few hours ago. Mommy, how are you?
I'm fine.
What's your name?
My name is Messia Klajiamanuvever.
How come the water entered your room today?
Oh, we don't know. This morning, we just wake up and the rain, basa, then the water starts pouring. Look at my room. I'm even confused. I just finished sweeping my room now. So what are we doing in Kaneshie here?
Listen, girl, how are you?
I'm fine.
Oh, what are you doing?
I'm taking water.
You are fetching water from the room, right?
Yes.
I hope your dresses, your books are all safe. Are they safe or they are wet? They are wet.
You are hurt.
She's been able to do some shelves where she's been able to put some of the items right at the top. And her clothing and some of the things I see, they are all up here. So in actual fact, where's your mattress?
My mattress, that's my mattress, so it's on the top of the shelves.
Okay, so you are waiting for the water to dry, the room to dry up,
Yes.
then you can bring the things down.
Yes.
Now. What is visible on the wall is what I see here. So at least it's above my waist level, and this is where the water got to, at least per what I see on the wall. Maybe they can tell us where the water got to. Where did the water get to this morning when the rain came? Yeah, the level.
The level is here.
Okay.
I can right here.
So you were quite safe. It didn't enter your room.
Just light the one, then we enter.
What I've noticed is that almost all the rooms here, you've now built the wall here to prevent the water from entering, and then the staircase. Am I right if I presume that is because of the floods?
Yes, because of the flood. Yeah. Even today, we are lucky that it's not enter. Always enter.
Does this particular station get flooded anytime it rains?
Every day.
The station here?
Yes, anytime when it rain fall, especially when our gutter full up. Yeah, this place, the place this girl, MTN girl.
Yes.
When the gutter full up, maybe when you reach your knee level, it can't enter the station.
Okay.
You come back, you turn back, you pass back, and you enter our rooms.
Okay.
unless maybe my stomach level before you pass through the station.
Okay.
These are a major problem.
One of the biggest problems of Accra is the improper planning as well as the poor drainage system. And this has been the bane of residents, business owners over the years. For instance, here at Kaneshie, this particular drain has been here for decades. And residents say due to the blockade at the Takrady station, that is really preventing water from leaving the community anytime there is a downpour. They are calling on the government as well as the district assembly or the municipal assembly to take steps to re-engineer this particular drainage system to enable it to accumulate more volumes of water anytime there is heavy rains. My name is Fred Duho reporting from Kaneshie for Citi News.
The Achimota to Ofankor Road frequently experiences flooding, even with light rainfall, leading to traffic congestion and vehicle breakdowns. This persistent issue could escalate if drains along the road are not cleared of silt. Following almost an hour downpour on Monday, May 6, motorists traveling through the Musuku section of the Ofankor to Achimota route found themselves stuck in gridlock for some time. Traders along the route said this is an ongoing problem.
So for about 30 minutes, I started from Sportem Junction, Abaka Taifa Junction, overhead Nasi. I say, got a cinema see, Tinsonita, and your baby amfa. Sad got a cinema, so a mercy. Tinsonita, Taekwondo Musa, Casino. Enti kura amfa kwan sometimes cast ni nyina be lokoloko kan ekwan ni inside enti ha ne de nsuo to kakra bi a ha ne nyina yiri
so that me yiri ho pa o anya yize ha nyina to me ma yanya kwan bi mfa ha di da so munye di da
say net de bia
anya to kitiwe bi ho na yiri wa bibire na fro ho nyina nti ya ntumi ye gata bi ani hasi nti na ya kasa sila e wo musa
nsuno to a etumi yiri pa ma cars ma nti esa pe na do hawa ba afa ha nkasa na amanfo betwa TV fo betwa na wokọ betwa na wokọ akwasa ade no da bia esinti na say amanfo ekoso a woye nti no so mbefu no hwe na wo ba yom bibi so ba ya ade to betwa because ade no continue sa na say de bia de ohawo no bre mus ha ma no na nti say ekoso sa because ade bia de bia ekoso no na ye nsonso sel baby nti ye sere mpemfu say wo mo bo ne omra ha mo hwe ne ekoso say bo wo hwe ne ekoso no say afi bibia itutwa ha man so be free na man no so aye free.
One of the key reasons why this road, that is the Ofankor to Achimota stretch, and specifically at Musu side, gets choked is because of the choked culvert. According to the individuals here, this particular side or this particular culvert, which also has big drains there, hasn't been desilted for some time.
Ko bomu wa wo nyina si bra si o so esenkofo ne ma wa area no enya easy o bra
eno kan wo na nsuo no to a
enko no enti ase amena kitu ye wo atese agi pampra bi na edi akosim ansana akonkakaka na nsuo fa nka nya mu gina aye o efri June ni July ko ne August ni nsuo ni gina mu de ka bi antimi nkroso kwa awe o tese trailer pe ko forecast esa fi anu motimi abetutu a omode ko nto mmeyi goten mai a problem nyina.
The timely intervention by authorities to desilt drains along the Achimota to Ofankor stretch would prevent flooding on this particular road whenever there is a downpour. Reporting for Citi News, my name is Philip Latte.
The heavy rains, accompanied by strong winds on Monday morning, caused some trees in the capital to fall, damaging properties and causing injuries. One such incident occurred at Cantonment, specifically in front of the Italian embassy, where a huge tree fell on a vehicle as well as a motorist, leaving him in critical condition. The director of Parks and Gardens, who was present at the scene, together with NADMO and the police, narrated the incident to Citi News.
The man is an army officer who is having a Land Cruiser, Toyota Land Cruiser. So the tree was on the two of them. So what happened was that we have to try as much as possible to sever the tree, cut it into pieces, take the car and the motor out, including the human being. Now we see that the man on the motor, around maybe mid-20s, could not ride the motor because the two legs were all lame. So we have to try as much as possible to be cutting the tree and take the motor out for him to be taken to 37 military hospital. So this is what transpired. Okay. Actually, the problem was with the side of this tree. One main rooting system was severed when they were constructing the wall. So the tree was not having any backing behind. So when the air blew this way, it fell on the road. But the most tragic, the way the thing happened was that the military officer, the military police officer was going, and the motor wanted to overtake it. And immediately he negotiated the overtaking. The tree fell on the two of them. So that is exactly what has happened. Very luckily, we have not encountered any death now, but the motor rider's legs, maybe one of them will be severed due to the impact of the tree on it. So we have to pull him out, and it was not easy. He was on the tree, under the tree, till we cut all of them.
That was how many hours?
For about maybe 20 minutes. Yeah, because he was on the tree, and we cannot carry the tree. So we cut it small. And when it was lighter, we make it chobo, we raise it for him to be taken out of the tree.
Another alarming incident took place at a car park opposite the London restaurant at airport, where a huge tree fell on over 5 vehicles, with some completely damaged. On arrival at the scene, chainsaw operators were seen cutting the trees into smaller logs to reveal the damage made to the cars. Owners of these vehicles, who refused to speak on record, were left hopeless at the situation. Efforts to get the Ghana Airport Company to comment on the incident were unsuccessful. Meanwhile, some trees along the Hacho Atomic Road were also affected by the rains, but did not cause any casualties. However, the director of Parks and Gardens has revealed plans by his outfit to ensure such situations are mitigated when it rains.
We are trying to advise the general public that if you are working on any tree or wanted to make a fence wall or anything, try as much as possible to contact Parks and Gardens. But if you could see this tree, one of the main roots was severed when they were constructing the gutter and the fence wall. That's why the loading came here and it has to fall on the other side. So there was no support at the back. So we also don't want to be cutting all the trees anyhow. We're trying to maintain most of the trees as much as possible, because if the last tree dies, the last man will also die. But they give us a lot of oxygen to breathe in. So we have taken upon ourselves to try as much as possible to be cutting all the dangerous species, branches all over the country. So we started it since January. So we will continue doing that to ensure that these things will not happen.
The director of the Parks and Gardens has indicated that his outfit will begin cutting down dangerous trees in the country to prevent this situation when there's a downpour. Reporting for Citi News, my name is Kaneshie.
The torrential rains early on Monday, the 6th of May, caused flooding in parts of Accra. In areas like Kwame Nkrumah Interchange, motorists were compelled to pull over along the roadside, seeking refuge from the relentless rain. Many vehicles lined up in the immovable trail of traffic, with others having to walk to their destinations, dampening the spirit to face the second week of May. Still at the Kwame Nkrumah Interchange, Pedestrians complained about the situation, describing how they had to find higher grounds to traverse, enduring the inconvenience of wading through the flooded streets. Speaking to Citi News, some traders and pedestrians expressed fear that with higher tides and heavy rains, the area is likely to become flooded.
A lot of the rain is happening day in and day out when it's particularly raining circle here. And as you can see, Vienna City, the incident that happened the other time, you can see the drainages are closed. They don't, at least they fill the gutters. The gutters are choked here. So when it rains, it's flat. And when it's flat to pedestrians and even cars, we find it difficult to even get to our workplaces. And I think the government is not making anything to at least rectify those issues. And it keeps on happening. Each day is raining. So that is the world we are living in now.
No problem. I want to say so. I had nyakura. I had yiri papa upset. I say you know ma canning in so cool. Now the about I have to say almost 30 overhead. We say so. That's your gutter. That's here. And so a good fast way to say what the idea is just pro separate na high. And so I won't be fast. I yiri pa. We're practicing out the about say you. I
We need a gutter, yes. The government needs to have a gutter in front of this place that will help us, the water will pass through. Then we walking through the water. As you can see, my leg, I'm not coming to walk through the water before I get to where I'm going to swim. So what I would say is the government needs to get a gutter here for us so that we can pass by, that's all.
First, I didn't overhead in it, and I hand to say. If you saw me overhead in the short car, we have 5 flower of the Fiala. To me, you never been pony at the upper. As I go on walk where you might, if you need to know assassination. Apart from her crabia, and I took on my Cabby Battis one son worked to me for. As I had to. Yes, and I would be
The situation at Odona was different. Here, the river had reached its beam, almost overflowing. Waste collectors had come to gather the floating waste on the lagoon. The situation at the Odona River highlights poor waste management practice. Meanwhile, amidst the flooding, waste collectors seized the opportunity to gather debris flowing through the river. Abdul Wahab, a waste collector, shares light on how this has evolved into a business venture for them.
No, it's because of this rain that fall. We are not walking like this. We walk around, we pick it around. Because of this rain fall, that's why we are standing on the water we are picking it. If the rain do not fall, we cannot stand on the water. 1 pound is one seed. I'm selling it here. The place that you are selling it is not far. Not far. That's why it's just that everybody come here to come and pick so that we can get a daily bread. The normal price that they are buying it is 1 seed. 1 seed. And sometimes we walk, we will not see anything. But this one now, I do not know amount that we will sell it. It depends on the kilo that you take. Sometimes I used to get 100 kilo. Sometimes I used to get 50 kilo. It depends about the kilo. And the business is okay.
Philip Upata, a pedestrian who spoke to Citi News, called on authorities to intervene promptly.
The situation here is that people living around here normally dump rubbish on the gutter. So immediately, anytime where there's any rain, small rain, the gutter will become flooded. So my advice to the government is that they should let the city guys at least to guard the gutter so that to avoid dumping rubbish and things inside the gutter. They're even lucky if like this rain fall around about 20-30 minutes time, you will see everything here or everywhere will be flooded.
The rains are in and the floods are in. Residents around the Odona area are urging on authorities to expedite the flood mitigation mechanisms they have in place to prevent flooding in this area. For Citi News, I am Christopher Kemp-Basima reporting.
As flood water surged through the streets of Accra, videos shared online depict the stark reality of the devastation caused by the torrential rains. The heavy downpour left many Ghanaians stranded in their daily commute as streets and walkways were severely flooded. At the Dansuman Junction, a social media user took a recording of the devastating flooding as shops and some vehicles were seen submerged. A similar story was shared at the Jowulu Junction as vehicles were captured plying their routes filled with rainwater, which seemed to be obscured by choked drainage. In the Amasaman community, the situation worsened as voltage poles fell heavily on some cars. Although some social media users chose to withhold the location of videos posted, the video shared shows a flooded room and an attempt by a student to clear the water. The combination of flooding and wind damage adversely affected many Ghanaians, and their stories were captured online.